Chosen one, pause for a moment. This isn't coincidence. This is a spiritual awakening, a divine appointment designed specifically for you. You're not just stumbling upon this message. You've been led here by a divine hand, guided by a heavenly whisper. Every sleepless night, every silent tear, every whispered prayer was seen and heard by God Himself. Your struggles weren't punishment, they were preparation. Listen closely. You are about to enter a season unlike any you've ever known. A season of divine provision. A time when God transfers unprecedented abundance directly into your hands. Picture this clearly. Imagine a vast heavenly vault opening, overflowing with treasures, specifically prepared for your divine purpose. This isn't about greed or mere financial gain. It's about divine alignment, about finally stepping into your divine purpose, with resources abundant enough to not only bless your life, but also to bless generations after you. Right now, some of you may feel weary. You've questioned why your path has seemed so difficult, why prosperity has eluded you despite your best efforts. The answer is simple. God was refining you, shaping you, ensuring your heart and character could handle the magnitude of the blessing He's about to release. As the scripture reassures us in Philippians 4:19, "My God will meet all your needs according to the riches of His glory in Christ Jesus." And now, chosen one, a divine shift has already begun. You may have sensed it. In your dreams, in quiet moments of clarity, in sudden bursts of inspiration. Your personal transformation is activating your breakthrough. This isn't just spiritual awakening, it's the start of your faith journey into a prosperous life, one filled with overflowing blessings, financial freedom, and the divine provision promised long ago. But hear me clearly, this abundance isn't random. It's tied to your destiny, intricately woven into God's perfect plan. Your obedience, patience, and unwavering faith have activated something powerful in the spiritual realm. And just like God provided for Joseph in the pit, Nehemiah at the wall, and the widow who filled jars with miraculous oil, He is about to provide for you in ways you've never imagined. Now, chosen one, before we go deeper, I want you to boldly declare your readiness. Type in the comments, "Billions are being transferred into my hands now." Claim this divine promise openly, confidently, believing fully in your heart that the season of abundance is yours. And if this powerful message resonates deeply with you, I invite you to support this ministry with a heartfelt super thanks. Your generosity helps us share more messages of hope and prosperity, guiding even more chosen souls toward their divine breakthrough. As we continue, remember this truth. Every setback you faced was secretly a divine setup. God never wastes your pain. He repurposes it into power, prosperity, and purpose. You're not here by accident. You're here because your appointed time has come, and nothing can stop what God has ordained. But what if the struggle you've endured was precisely designed to unlock your greatest breakthrough yet? Chosen one, understand this deeply. The struggles you've faced weren't meant to break you, they were designed specifically to build you. Like gold refined in fire, your character and faith had to be tested to ensure you'd be able to handle the vastness of the blessings now being released. God's divine provision isn't limited to earthly resources alone. It's a strategic shift in your life, aligning everything from your finances and relationships to your health and inner peace. Now, imagine vividly for a moment. See a divine scroll unfurling from heaven itself, written in radiant light, with your name prominently etched in gold letters. Heaven has noted your faithfulness, your resilience through trials, and your unwavering trust in God's plan, even when it felt uncertain. Your name has not gone unnoticed. Your season of waiting is officially ending, right now. As you listen to these words, financial blockages, limitations, and cycles of scarcity are breaking. It's not by your effort or hustle alone, but by divine authority. Proverbs 10:22 assures us, "The blessing of the Lord makes one rich, and he adds no sorrow with it." The wealth, abundance, and prosperity coming your way won't drain you. It will replenish you, empower you, and overflow into others' lives. Your divine purpose isn't just about personal abundance. It's about becoming a beacon of hope and prosperity for countless others. You might wonder, why now? Why is this divine transfer happening at this very moment? It's because you're finally ready. Ready not just to receive, but to steward wisely. Ready not just for personal gain, but for kingdom expansion. Your heart and vision have expanded. You've learned humility in scarcity, faith in darkness, and wisdom in silence. Now, God trusts you with resources beyond your wildest dreams. This isn't merely about getting wealth. This is about wealth creation. God is positioning you strategically to influence environments, build legacies, and break generational chains of poverty. The billions transferring into your hands carry divine assignments to support communities, to uplift the vulnerable, to finance visionary projects, and to enable your dreams that once seemed impossibly out of reach. Take a practical step today. Do something tangible and actionable to anchor this truth into your life. Write down clearly one specific financial or life goal that aligns with your divine purpose. Place this written goal somewhere visible, your fridge, your desk, or beside your bed. Let it serve as a daily reminder that divine provision is not just coming, it's already activated. Chosen one. Remember Joseph's journey from prisoner to prime minister in Egypt. What seemed like abandonment was preparation. What appeared as rejection was actually divine redirection. You're walking a similar path, and your elevation will astonish those who doubted you, confused your humility with weakness, or misunderstood your silence as defeat. Imagine the amazement of those around you as your life transforms rapidly, visibly blessed, unmistakably favored by divine intervention. They'll ask, "How did you achieve this? What changed so suddenly?" Your answer will simply and powerfully be, "God's divine provision is upon me." This breakthrough was written long before you or I could see it. Chosen one, your atmosphere is shifting profoundly. Financial opportunities that once seemed impossible are opening. Doors once tightly shut are now swinging open effortlessly. Solutions are emerging for problems that have lingered unresolved for far too long. New connections, partnerships, and ideas will arrive precisely when you need them, proving beyond doubt that your life is under divine orchestration. I invite you now, if you haven't already, to like this video and subscribe to this channel. By subscribing, you align yourself with thousands of chosen souls who are walking boldly into a prosperous, abundant life. Let this channel serve as your beacon, continually reminding you of the divine power and provision available to you. And chosen one, there is something else you must do immediately. Today, reach out to someone you love but have distanced yourself from, perhaps due to misunderstandings, disagreements, or life's distractions. Offer forgiveness or simply reconnect. Clearing this relational blockage will accelerate the divine flow into your life. Remember, prosperity is not only monetary, it thrives in healed relationships, peaceful hearts, and generous spirits. As you move forward, start the project you've delayed for far too long. You already know what it is. That idea that returns again and again to your thoughts. It may seem daunting, but God never calls without providing. Step out in faith today, even in a small way, trusting that each step activates a deeper release of divine provision. Take a moment now and confirm this with powerful conviction in the comments below. Type clearly and boldly, "I am ready to steward billions for God's kingdom." Let your declaration echo through heaven, signaling your readiness to receive and steward this transfer of wealth. Before we move forward, Chosen One, let me gently remind you again. If your heart is stirred and this message resonates deeply with your spirit, your support through Super Thanks helps us spread these messages of hope, abundance, and divine empowerment further. Your generosity touches more lives, igniting faith and prosperity in hearts worldwide. But what if I told you the very fears you've wrestled with, those anxieties about money, security, and worthiness, are precisely the keys that will unlock your greatest financial breakthroughs? Chosen One, the fears you've carried weren't designed to hold you captive. They were intended as gateways to your greatest breakthrough. Every anxiety, every uncertainty about financial stability or worthiness was secretly preparing you. These moments taught you humility, resilience, and unwavering dependence on divine guidance. And now, as the chains of those fears shatter, you are positioned perfectly to receive the billions God is placing in your hands. Imagine standing before an enormous door carved from gold, shimmering with a heavenly glow. Your name is etched prominently at the center, waiting only for your hand to push it open. This isn't symbolic, it's prophetic. God's plan for your prosperous life has always existed, awaiting your readiness. Today, that readiness is confirmed. You're stepping beyond fear, entering boldly into financial freedom and the abundant life you've envisioned. What you're receiving isn't temporary. It's sustainable wealth creation aligned with purpose. It's provision that flows continually, not momentarily. Your obedience in small things has prepared you to handle the vast responsibilities of great things. This divine provision won't just elevate your lifestyle, it will elevate your impact. You'll be blessed to become a blessing, transforming lives and communities through divine provision. Consider the story of Solomon. When God asked what he desired, Solomon didn't request riches or fame, he asked for wisdom. Because of that choice, God granted Solomon extraordinary wisdom alongside unparalleled wealth. Your journey mirrors this principle. Your patience, humility, and integrity during seasons of testing have prepared you for God's overflowing blessings. This transfer of billions is an inheritance earned not through striving, but through obedience, humility, and alignment with divine purpose. Now, Chosen One, this is your season to walk boldly. Speak confidently about your vision. Share your ideas without hesitation. Stand firmly, knowing the wealth arriving in your hands has been divinely orchestrated to empower your voice and amplify your impact. Like Joseph, you will not only survive, you will thrive, becoming a source of hope and provision for many others. It's essential now to consciously adjust your mindset. Reject scarcity thinking. Abandon beliefs rooted in lack. Embrace instead the abundant, prosperous life already written into your destiny. Your mindset must match your miracle. Declare daily, "I live in divine abundance. Prosperity flows to me effortlessly. My life is a testament to God's endless provision." Yet, amidst this abundance, God calls you to humility and stewardship. The billions entrusted to you aren't just yours. They're seeds for something much greater. Build foundations, support ministries, fund innovations, help families, and empower communities. Remember, Chosen One, your prosperous life isn't measured by accumulation, but by generosity and impact. But as this divine transfer accelerates, be mindful. Some people won't understand your journey. Some will question your blessings, unable to grasp that your prosperity is divine and purposeful. Do not become distracted or discouraged. Your assignment isn't to convince, but to demonstrate through your actions and generosity. Trust that your prosperous life will speak powerfully on your behalf. Now, I sense you're ready for the next actionable step. Set aside time today, this very day, to begin that long-delayed project or endeavor. Perhaps it's starting your business, launching a ministry, writing a book, or investing in your education. Take immediate, decisive action. Even the smallest step today is a powerful prophetic declaration that you're ready to steward this divine wealth transfer. Also, make sure your heart remains open. Prosperity flourishes best where forgiveness is abundant and relationships are healthy. Who in your life needs reconciliation? Who requires your grace? Reach out to them now. Restore those connections. Because emotional prosperity, chosen one, take a moment again to affirm your readiness. Type boldly and clearly in the comments, "I am walking boldly into my billion-dollar destiny." Let your declaration ripple across the spiritual realm, affirming your divine alignment. Now, if you haven't already, I warmly invite you once again to subscribe. Connect with thousands of other chosen ones who are embracing a prosperous, divinely guided journey. Stay connected to this flow of spiritual awakening and empowerment, ensuring you never miss an inspired moment. But consider this. What if the final barrier to your abundant life isn't external, but internal? The lingering doubts or beliefs about your own worthiness or readiness. Could releasing these inner barriers unleash the next level of divine overflow into your life? Chosen one, understand clearly, your most stubborn barriers aren't outside of you, they're within. It's not external limitations holding back your divine prosperity, but lingering doubts, fears, or beliefs about your own worthiness and readiness. You might sometimes wonder, can someone like me truly handle such immense blessing? The answer from heaven is a resounding yes. God chose you precisely because your journey shaped you into someone who can steward blessings responsibly, humbly, and wisely. Now visualize this vividly. Imagine a river flowing endlessly, abundant and crystal clear. This river represents your divine provision, never-ending, continually replenished from an infinite heavenly source. Until now, you might have stood hesitantly at its banks, unsure if it was truly meant for you. Today, God invites you to step fully into the flow of this prosperity, immersing yourself completely, knowing you deserve every ounce of blessing being sent your way. As you embrace your worthiness and step boldly into divine alignment, something miraculous occurs. Blessings start chasing you. Opportunities you previously chased now seek you out. Partnerships and ideas align perfectly, effortlessly, confirming you are walking in God's perfect timing. Proverbs 13:22 promises, "A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children," and chosen one, this is precisely your assignment. You're not just building prosperity for today. You're constructing legacy-level abundance that will bless future generations. This isn't about momentary success. It's about lasting impact. With this wealth, you'll break cycles of poverty, uplift struggling families, establish foundations, fund ministries, and create platforms for transformational change. The billions placed in your hands come with divine purpose and heavenly expectation. You've been entrusted because you've proven faithful in small ways, and now the responsibility and the reward are expanding exponentially. Today, take one more actionable step to solidify your breakthrough. Find a quiet space and spend a moment in focused, grateful prayer. Thank God aloud for every struggle that brought you wisdom, for every hardship that built your resilience, and for every delay that taught you patience. Gratitude amplifies abundance. By thanking God sincerely for the journey, even the painful parts, you unlock doors you never imagined existed. Also, chosen one, Be mindful now of your surroundings and relationships. As prosperity elevates your position, your inner circle may shift. Those aligned with your old mindset of scarcity may struggle to understand your new mindset of abundance. Release gently and graciously those who resist your growth. God will send divine replacements. Partners and friendships deeply aligned with your vision and purpose. Consider Solomon's wisdom again, how he asked first for understanding rather than wealth. Today, echo that prayer. Lord, give me wisdom equal to the abundance you're transferring into my hands. Divine wisdom safeguards your wealth, ensuring you steward your billions with integrity and kingdom-focused purpose. If this message resonates deeply with your spirit, now is another perfect moment to affirm your divine alignment in the comments. Boldly declare, I embrace the divine wealth God has destined for me. Let this affirmation ripple through heaven, signaling clearly that your heart is fully prepared. And if your soul feels stirred by this powerful message, I invite you once again from the depths of my heart to support through super thanks. Your generosity helps this message of abundance and divine alignment reach countless chosen souls who desperately need this encouragement. Chosen one, as you continue forward into your prosperous life, remember to prioritize rest. Divine provision isn't sustained by stress or constant striving. It flows naturally through peace, clarity, and a well-rested soul. Wealth creation isn't about endless hustle. It's about divinely guided effort that feels joyful and fulfilling, not exhausting. Learn to trust divine timing, knowing that heaven's resources flow uninterrupted as you move in alignment. Finally, before we enter the next stage of this journey together, remember clearly, your life is no accident. Your story has always been part of a heavenly blueprint. The billions transferring into your hands aren't a sudden decision, they are a divine promise being fulfilled, planned from the very foundation of your existence. But ponder this carefully. What if the greatest chapter of your story is just beginning, and all you've experienced so far was merely a prelude, divinely crafted for the extraordinary breakthrough unfolding now? Chosen one, pause for a moment and reflect deeply. What if everything you've experienced up until now, all the hardships, delays, and moments of quiet frustration, were simply the prelude to the greatest chapter of your life? What if your story has barely begun, and you're just now stepping onto the grand stage of your divine destiny? You see, the struggles you faced were never meant to define you. They were meant to refine you. Just like David tending sheep in quiet fields, unaware he was destined to rule, your quiet moments of preparation are now culminating in your extraordinary breakthrough. God is transferring billions into your hands, not randomly, but strategically, because He sees your heart, your readiness, and your willingness to serve His divine plan. Visualize it clearly now. Doors previously sealed shut, swinging open effortlessly, opportunities appearing out of nowhere, relationships aligning perfectly at the precise moment you need them. This isn't luck. This is divine alignment, the overflow of God's abundant provision. Your job isn't to question how it will happen, but simply to trust that it will. This trust, this unwavering faith, is the master key that unlocks heaven's abundance. With every resource that enters your hands, be conscious of your divine assignment. Prosperity with purpose isn't about personal gain, it's about kingdom impact. God's wealth entrusted to you is meant to heal communities, finance innovations, rescue dreams from the brink, and empower others to step into their own destinies. Your prosperity isn't just financial, it's spiritual, emotional, and relational abundance, pouring out to transform lives far beyond your own. Right now, take another powerful step of faith. Think clearly of someone in need, someone facing a hardship or silently struggling, and intentionally bless them in a meaningful way. Perhaps it's financial support, an encouraging message, or simply your time and attention. By taking this actionable step of generosity today, you send a profound spiritual signal, affirming that you're ready not just to receive, but also to give abundantly. Chosen one, keep in mind that the pathway to prosperity requires discernment. Not every door is yours to enter. Not every opportunity aligns with your divine purpose. Pray continually for clarity. Ask God to sharpen your spiritual vision, to recognize clearly what aligns with your destiny. When you walk closely with divine guidance, confusion fades, replaced by a clear sense of direction and purpose. And now, another affirmation. If your heart aligns with this message, type confidently and clearly in the comments, "I'm stepping into my prosperous life now." Let heaven and earth witness your bold declaration, confirming your divine alignment and readiness for the extraordinary prosperity God has prepared for you. As you move forward, remember clearly, the billions transferring into your hands aren't just a financial transaction. They're a divine responsibility. Steward them wisely, generously, and with humility. The true measure of your prosperity won't be the luxury you experience, but the legacy you create. The lives changed, communities uplifted, and dreams fulfilled because of your faithfulness. Chosen one, a final gentle reminder: take regular moments to simply breathe deeply and give thanks. Gratitude keeps your heart humble, your spirit open, and your vision clear. Gratitude reminds you daily that divine provision flows continually, replenishing your spirit and your resources alike. Now, as we prepare for the powerful journey ahead, never lose sight of this profound truth. Your prosperous life, your billions, your overflow, and your blessings were never a question of if, only a matter of when. And, chosen one, that divine when is now. But as you boldly step forward, consider carefully, could the key to unlocking the full measure of your divine prosperity be found in finally embracing and fully believing in your identity as one of God's truly chosen ones? Chosen one, deeply reflect on this truth. The ultimate key to unlocking the fullness of your divine prosperity is found in embracing fully and unapologetically your identity as one of God's chosen. You aren't ordinary, you never were. Your journey was divinely orchestrated from the beginning. God's fingerprints have always been evident in your life, even in those quiet moments when doubt whispered loudest. Now, your full acceptance of this divine identity releases an avalanche of heavenly provision into your life. Consider how Moses stood at the burning bush, unsure of himself, questioning if he was truly chosen for such a great assignment. Like Moses, perhaps you've questioned your own worthiness, your readiness, or even your capability. But just as God reassured Moses, today he reassures you. I am with you. I have chosen you. Your life matters profoundly, and this abundant provision is your birthright. Chosen one, from this day forward, live boldly in the confidence of your divine identity. When you step into any room, know you carry divine favor and authority. When you speak, understand that your words carry prophetic power. When you make decisions, trust you're guided by divine wisdom. Your prosperous life isn't a distant promise, it's your current reality, unfolding swiftly before your eyes. This divine transfer of billions into your hands isn't a temporary wave, it's a permanent shift. Embrace it without fear or hesitation. Your prosperity isn't conditional, it's divinely mandated. Your assignment now is simple yet profound. Steward this provision wisely, use it generously, and multiply its impact for generations. Practically speaking, I encourage you to establish today one clear, practical habit to safeguard your prosperity. Commit to daily moments of reflection and prayer, seeking divine guidance on financial decisions, partnerships, investments, and relationships. Make divine discernment your greatest business partner, your closest financial advisor. This practical discipline ensures your billions are not merely accumulated but divinely multiplied. And again, take an immediate step toward personal transformation. Release completely any lingering resentment or bitterness toward those who doubted or overlooked you during your struggles. Your prosperous life requires a heart clear of past grievances. Forgive, bless, and release, knowing your divine future is infinitely greater than your past struggles. At this moment, chosen one, affirm again your readiness by typing boldly in the comments, "I fully embrace my identity as God's chosen, and I'm walking boldly in my prosperous life now." Let your declaration serve as a powerful agreement between you and heaven. I invite you once again, if this message deeply resonates, to express your appreciation and alignment through a super thanks. Your generosity directly fuels the spreading of messages like this, amplifying prosperity and hope to countless other chosen souls worldwide. Now, chosen one, as you prepare to fully step into your destiny, remember clearly, you're not just being blessed, you're becoming a blessing. Your wealth isn't merely for personal enjoyment, it's for kingdom impact. Lives will change dramatically because of your obedience. Communities will flourish, and dreams long buried will resurrect under your stewardship. But think deeply about this final truth. What if the journey toward receiving these billions was never simply about gaining wealth, but about becoming exactly the kind of person God can trust with limitless abundance? What if the real gift is who you've become along this journey? Chosen one, pause for a moment and absorb this revelation fully. What if the entire journey toward receiving these billions was never just about acquiring wealth, but about becoming exactly the person God could trust with limitless abundance? You see, the real treasure you've gained isn't just money or material prosperity. It's the extraordinary transformation you've experienced along the way. Your heart, your character, your spiritual maturity, these are the treasures that attracted divine favor into your life. Look back on your path now, not with regret, but with gratitude. Every setback refined your spirit. Every closed door taught resilience. Every delay developed your patience. The tests weren't punishment. They were preparation. God was shaping you into a trustworthy steward, capable of wisely managing the vast resources He now transfers into your hands. You're exactly who you need to be in this divine moment. Imagine vividly once again standing beneath the open heavens, seeing clearly an abundant rain of blessings pouring directly into your life. Each blessing uniquely designed for your purpose. Financial resources, visionary ideas, impactful connections, unexpected opportunities, each one landing precisely when and where it is needed most. This is not wishful thinking. This is your divine reality, now unfolding at extraordinary speed. Your prosperous life, chosen one, will astound those who doubted you, who saw your struggle but overlooked your strength. But remain humble. Remember that this abundance is entrusted, not earned. Steward it carefully. Invest generously in people, purpose, and projects that align with divine intentions. Build your prosperity on a foundation of integrity, generosity, and unshakable faith. As you steward billions, always keep your eyes on the eternal impact of your actions. Ask yourself regularly, who am I empowering? What legacy am I creating? How am I uplifting others through the resources entrusted to me? Your answers will continually recalibrate your heart, ensuring your prosperity remains aligned with divine purpose, rather than self-centered ambition. Now, chosen one, it's time to consciously expand your vision. Dream bigger than ever before. Write down visionary plans that may initially seem beyond reach. Remember clearly, nothing is impossible with God. Your divine funding has no limitations, only possibilities. You're no longer dreaming from a place of scarcity. You're now dreaming from an unlimited heavenly supply. Practically this very day, take another tangible step. Find a quiet moment and clearly outline the next strategic action for your biggest dream. What immediate step can you take to move that vision forward? Is it reaching out to a mentor, researching opportunities, or simply writing down a clear business or ministry plan? Do it today. This act of faith opens further doors of divine provision. Let's affirm your readiness one final time. Type powerfully in the comments, "I am ready to become the trusted steward of God's limitless abundance." Your declaration sends a clear, resonant message throughout heaven and earth, aligning every spiritual and physical resource necessary for your success. As we approach the powerful conclusion of this script, carry this essential truth with you every step forward. Your life, your story, and your billions were never meant for you alone. You're chosen to lead, uplift, inspire, and transform countless lives through your obedience, generosity, and unwavering faith. You're blessed so you can become a blessing. Now, as you prepare for the remarkable journey ahead, keep your heart steady, your spirit humble, and your faith relentless. Heaven has chosen you. God has trusted you. Prosperity is your divine inheritance. Step forward confidently, knowing your greatest days are not behind. They're just now beginning. But what if the next step in fully realizing this divine prosperity requires nothing more than you finally, completely believing and trusting that you have always been enough? Chosen one, pause right now and let this powerful truth sink deep into your heart. You have always been enough. Perhaps your greatest barrier hasn't been lack of resources or opportunities, but the subtle lie whispered by doubt that somehow you were insufficient. Today that lie is shattered permanently. God has always seen your worth, your potential, your inherent value. Now it's time for you to fully embrace this reality too. Imagine yourself clearly, standing before a magnificent mirror of divine truth. As you gaze into it, see not the struggles, doubts, or limitations you once perceived, but instead, see clearly the empowered, capable, divinely favored individual you've become. God never doubted your worth. He was simply waiting for you to recognize it. Today, as you accept that you're already enough, the doors to divine abundance swing wide open, effortlessly ushering you into your prosperous life. Understand deeply, God's transfer of billions into your hands is not contingent on perfection, but on authenticity. He chose you because of who you genuinely are, your humility, your faithfulness, your sincerity, not because you pretended to be perfect. Your authentic heart is precisely why heaven has chosen to bless you abundantly. Chosen one, now is the moment to release completely any remaining self-doubt or insecurity. Affirm confidently, "I am enough. I have always been enough. My prosperity is divinely approved and fully activated." Type these words boldly in the comments below, anchoring this truth firmly into your life and heart. Practically right now, set aside a few quiet minutes to reflect on the times you felt inadequate or questioned your worth. Then, symbolically release these feelings. Write them down on paper, tear it up and discard it. Declare aloud that those doubts have no further place in your abundant future. This intentional action clears emotional blockages, preparing you spiritually and emotionally for the fullness of divine provision. Chosen one, also recognize the immense value of your unique story. Your journey, every struggle, lesson, and triumph, carries profound value and will serve as a guiding light for others. Share your journey openly, vulnerably, and proudly. Your authenticity will empower countless others who need to hear your story of breakthrough and divine prosperity. Once more, if your heart resonates strongly with this message, consider supporting our mission through Super Thanks. Your generosity directly expands our ability to touch more lives, illuminating their paths toward divine abundance, clarity, and personal transformation. As you move confidently into the future, hold firmly to this profound realization. Prosperity isn't merely about external wealth. It's about the inner wealth you've cultivated through faith, perseverance, and genuine character. Your divine provision is a reflection of your inner growth, your spiritual alignment, and your unwavering trust in God's plan. In conclusion, chosen one, know deeply that your time of struggle is completed. Your time of scarcity ended. You stand now in divine overflow, trusted by God to steward billions with purpose, generosity, and wisdom. Your abundant future is no longer a distant hope. It's your current reality. Claim it fully, steward it wisely, and share it generously. But as you step boldly forward, consider this final transformative truth. What if your prosperous life was always guaranteed by divine promise, and all you ever truly needed was simply to believe it fully? Chosen one, reflect deeply on this final transformative truth. Your prosperous life was always guaranteed by divine promise. It was never conditional on circumstances nor reliant solely on your efforts. It was written into your story by God Himself long before you were born. The only requirement was your faith, your willingness to fully believe and align with the truth that your abundance is divinely ordained. Imagine yourself clearly now, standing at the threshold of an abundant future. See vividly a bridge stretching before you, made of pure, radiant light, every step illuminated, guiding you forward confidently into your divine inheritance. Your path isn't uncertain, it's crystal clear, preordained by a heavenly plan. All that's ever been required is your faithful step forward, your wholehearted belief in this sacred promise. Now, today, affirm powerfully within your heart and spirit, I fully believe and receive my divinely guaranteed prosperity. Type this declaration boldly in the comments, sending a clear spiritual signal that you fully trust God's promise. Your faith activates a powerful shift, unlocking further abundance and blessings that have long awaited your readiness. Chosen one, as billions flow into your hands, remember clearly, prosperity is not merely financial. It is holistic, encompassing peace of mind, flourishing relationships, vibrant health, and deep spiritual connection. Treasure each aspect equally, understanding clearly that God's divine provision covers every corner of your life. Take an immediate practical step to anchor this promise even further today. Set aside a sacred moment of prayer and gratitude. Thank God genuinely for every single blessing, both past and future, affirming your trust in His provision. Gratitude magnifies abundance, preparing your heart and spirit to steward your billions with divine wisdom and humility. Also, remember that your prosperity carries a sacred mission to heal, uplift, empower, and restore. Commit consciously today to bless others continually with your divine provision. Your generosity will echo far beyond your immediate sphere, transforming communities, changing destinies, and impacting generations. Finally, as you step into the fullness of your prosperous life, remember always, you were chosen, prepared, and trusted by God Himself. Your life, your abundance, your blessings, and your billions are not mere earthly rewards. They are heavenly resources, entrusted to you for transformative, generational impact. Now, stand confidently, steward wisely, and live abundantly, chosen one. Your divine destiny is no longer a distant promise. It's your extraordinary present reality. Embrace it fully, knowing clearly and confidently your abundant life was always guaranteed. All you ever had to do was fully believe. Chosen one, as you step boldly into this divine moment, let this truth settle deeply into your spirit. Your belief is the master key that unlocks every heavenly promise. You've always been held safely in God's divine plan. The moments you once thought were setbacks were actually setups for this precise season of abundant overflow. Your prosperity is not accidental. It is purposeful, deliberate, and perfectly timed by the Creator. Take a moment now and vividly visualize the lives you'll touch, the communities you'll uplift, and the generational legacy you'll leave behind. Your billions aren't just wealth, they are instruments of profound transformation. Imagine clearly a future where your generosity heals wounds, restores hope, and ignites dreams. This isn't a mere vision, it is your divine assignment. Now, chosen one, integrate deeply this truth. God's abundance requires wise, intentional stewardship. Establish clear daily practices to ensure your prosperity thrives long-term. Commit each morning to a sacred routine, moments of prayer, reflection, gratitude, and vision setting. Let divine wisdom be your constant advisor, guiding every decision, ensuring your resources multiply in alignment with God's perfect will. Remember Joseph in Egypt. Despite extraordinary wealth, he never forgot his humble beginnings or his divine purpose. Let Joseph's life inspire your own stewardship. Use your prosperity to create storehouses of blessing, ensuring others flourish alongside you, securing provision not only for today, but for future generations. Practically, chosen one, begin today by mapping clearly your vision for impactful stewardship. Write down tangible ways you'll use your divine provision to bless others, create legacy, and amplify kingdom impact. Be specific, bold, and visionary. This action anchors divine alignment into practical reality, preparing you fully to manage billions with grace and wisdom. Now, affirm once more powerfully and clearly in the comments, I accept my divine responsibility to steward billions wisely and generously. Let your declaration echo throughout heaven, confirming your readiness to fulfill your prosperous destiny. Chosen one, let this divine assurance resonate in every fiber of your being. Your journey toward prosperity wasn't meant to be smooth or easy. It was designed specifically to ensure that when abundance arrived, you'd recognize its divine origin. Your faith, refined through fire, is now ready to sustain and multiply this supernatural provision. Picture this clearly: a lush, flourishing vineyard stretching endlessly, each vine heavy with abundant fruit, each grape representing a blessing destined specifically for you and those you are meant to impact. This is the landscape of your life now, prosperous, abundant, and fertile. Your struggles were merely seeds buried in dark soil, silently preparing for the breathtaking harvest now emerging. But, chosen one, always remember that with great abundance comes great responsibility. You're now called to manage God's provision thoughtfully, humbly, and with purpose. Prosperity demands clear vision, unwavering integrity, and constant prayerful discernment. Let these virtues anchor your heart daily as you steward the wealth God has transferred into your care. Practically today, dedicate some quiet time to define clearly how you'll protect and grow your abundance. Write down a simple yet profound promise to yourself. I commit to stewarding my wealth with integrity, generosity, and divine purpose. Revisit this promise regularly. It will continually recalibrate your heart, keeping your prosperity divinely aligned. Remember Solomon, blessed with extraordinary wisdom and wealth, yet cautioned repeatedly about remaining spiritually grounded. Let his life inspire yours. Pursue wisdom relentlessly, seek divine insight continuously, and keep your heart humble always. Right now, affirm powerfully. In the comments once again, I promise to steward my prosperity with wisdom, generosity, and humility. Let heaven and earth witness this sacred vow, sealing your divine alignment. Chosen one, if your spirit feels strongly moved, consider again supporting through Super Thanks. Your generosity allows more chosen souls to receive these divine messages of clarity, inspiration, and empowerment. Now, step forward confidently into this abundant chapter, fully embracing your role as a wise steward, a humble visionary, and a generous leader. The billions entrusted to your hands are not simply wealth, they represent divine trust. Handle them with reverence, gratitude, and clear intentionality. Finally, keep this eternal truth vividly in your heart. Your prosperous life, your divine provision, and your abundant blessings were never a question. They were always guaranteed by a faithful God who deeply loves you. Chosen one, walk boldly, steward wisely, give generously, and live abundantly. Your extraordinary destiny isn't just unfolding, it has fully arrived.